Hi there. I've been thinking. Hi there. Look, I'm an old fella, and as an old fella, I should be whinging about new music, right? Well, I'd rather whinge about the people who whinge about new music. Why do older people dislike new music so much? Well, I remember reading or hearing somewhere that after about the age of 30, people actually stop listening to new music. They stop listening to new artists, to new genres. And I guess partly that's because life gets so busy. They're rising up in their career, they're trying to raise a family, they're paying off a mortgage. They no longer have time to listen to the music the way they used to, particularly not in the context that they used to listen to it, like going out to parties or going to clubs. So when they do listen to music, they like to listen to the older stuff because it reminds them of the fun they used to have and can't have anymore. It brings back all that those feelings of excitement and fun. Well, I never really considered myself young, even when I was young. In my teens, I was reading War and Peace and Dostoevsky and the Iliad. That for me was fun. That was a good time. I wasn't going out partying. I wasn't going to clubs. I don't think I've ever been in a club in my entire life. Of course, I did listen to music. I loved listening to music. But for me, listening to music meant locking myself in my bedroom, headphones on, and immersing myself in the music and usually reading the lyrics that came with it. That for me was a good time. So it wasn't associated with all that fun and excitement and socializing that most people seem to have when it comes to music. Of course, there's a lot of bad music today. There's a lot of crap around, but there always has been. There's always been crap music. I sometimes wonder when people are whinging about the music of today whether they remember songs like Do Ah Diddy Diddy Dum Diddy Do or Sugar Sugar by the Archies. Do they remember that we had to put up with bands like Bucks, Fizz, and the Bay City Rollers, and with producers like Stock, Aitken, and Waterman just churning out this music? Of course, there's always been music like that. There's always been music that was designed to meet a popular appeal at the time, that was designed to cash in on a market. It was true then, it's true now. Something else people complain about with modern music is that every song has too many writers. Look at a song, there's this long list of contributors. You know, someone added a word here or changed a note there, and they become one of the songwriters. Well, of course, that's true. It's perhaps gone a bit overboard. But in the past, I suspect that many people who contributed to songs got no credit whatsoever. Think about Lennon and McCartney, or Lennon writing songs and McCartney writing songs. I bet lots of people contributed to those songs and got absolutely no credit for it. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, I'm sure that's the same. Other band members contributed to those songs but got no writing credits at all. When I was a teenager, I used to listen to David Bowie all the time, and the songs were written by David Bowie. But you can guarantee that other people in the band, like Mick Ronson, contributed significantly to those songs, but got absolutely no credit. So today, there's been a swing towards giving credit to people who contribute, perhaps only in a very minor way. The pendulum may swing back some way, but really, some of that credit's simply overdue, and it's not a bad thing. Something else people complain about with modern music is this producer thing. You get this song and you think, oh, that's Sia, but no, it's David Guetta featuring Sia. Or you hear Dua Lipa and you think, oh, yeah, I know that, but no, it's not Dua Lipa, it's Calvin Harris featuring Dua Lipa. Well, again, in the past, I think producers probably didn't get the credit they deserve for the work that they put into a song. Consider, for instance, a song like I Feel Love by Donna Summer. I think if that song was released today, it would be Giorgio Moroder featuring Donna Summer, because clearly Giorgio Moroder contributed so much to that song. So, really, attributing a song to a producer is correcting an imbalance because in the past, producers were probably not given the credit that they deserved at all. So, fair enough. David Guetta featuring Sia. After all, the producer in a case like that is the one who conceived this project, who brought all the artists together, used their vocals, used their writing talents, all of that. But they are the principal architect of that song and of that album. So why not give them that credit? Of course, it makes things difficult on trivia nights when they play a track and you have to identify the artist and you're all there, oh, it's Sia, it's Sia. No, it's David Guetta featuring Sia. Another thing, of course, that people dislike about modern music is all the artificial elements introduced, the tweaking of the voice, the use of electronic elements in the song, synthetic elements. Well, of course, sometimes that's overdone, and particularly the auto tune, you get tired of hearing that auto tuned voice. And sometimes it's nice to hear a musical instrument instead of just the synthetic hum in the background of a rap track or something, or an artificial drum beat. Yeah, there's too much of it, fair enough. But it's been a long, long time since recorded music was the same as live music. Even going back as far as the 1950s, as soon as multi-track recording was introduced, a recorded track was no longer the same as a live track, unless you use backing tapes, which is another thing that people, of course, complain about. So, yes, there may be too much electronic fiddling with music today. Perhaps there's too much, but there's always been a lot of it. It's not a new thing. It's going to stay with us a long time. And it's also introduced a whole new range of possibilities for people. I love listening to that mix of live and synth music. I think it brings a whole new dimension to the music that wasn't there before. It makes a lot of things possible that weren't possible before, and that's great. Does it stop there being crap? No, there's crap. There's good synth music, there's crap synth music. That's the way it is. Okay, so there we have it. There's a lot of great modern music around. There's a lot of crap modern music around. There are a lot of new people making good new music. There are some older people making good new music. And there are some new people doing old music. It's all there if you want to find it. And it's all so much more accessible than it used to be. I don't have to depend on the radio to tell me what to listen to now. I can go to Spotify. I can choose what to listen to, when to listen to it. Music is so much more accessible now. It's also so much more accessible for those who want to create music. There are so many more opportunities for them. Some of them are good at it, some of them are not so good at it, some of them are growing into it. But it's all there if you just take the time to listen to it. And of course, that's often what older people who complain about new music don't do. They don't actually listen to it. And perhaps sometimes they just don't know where to find it. They don't know the names to look for. All I ask people to do is, one, take the time to listen to the music. Two, take the time to remember all the crap that there was in the past, as well as whinging about the crap that there is today. Take the time to reflect that maybe some of the songs we listened to in the past and that we loved and we thought were great, were classics, were works of art, were really just pop tunes aimed to entertain people and make money for the artist and for the record companies. But most of all, I just ask you, as always, to think about it. See you next time.